All right, welcome to Comfortably Uncomfortable. You've got Sandy and Alex here, and we are here to empower women to choose courage over comfort by getting comfortably uncomfortable. We get real and cut through the bullshit. Are you ready to get a little weird? Because we're going to laugh, sweat, cry, and grow together.
No topic is going to be TMI. Well, maybe for me, but not for Sandy. We complement each other in that way. Okay, so are we ready?
Well, yeah, duh, I am, but are you?
Okay, let's go.
The one with the boobs. Yes, I said boobs and not breasts because, well, in my house we call them milkies because that's what my daughter calls my boobs, my milkies.
There you go.
But yeah, today, we're going to just kind of bitch about it or vent about it. I don't know. We'll see where this goes.
We're keeping this. We're gonna keep this one light. It just was sort of. There are a lot of serious things we can talk about on this topic, but I always find it kind of a self-deprecating, like funny. I'm not a big complainer, but it's easy to complain about my boobs. Like they're very teeny tiny, and they're shriveled after babies, and it's just like we just kind of wanted to bitch about our boobs today.
Yep. And like, that's what's funny. It's like, we're like, no one's really ever happy with, at least, I mean, if you're very happy with your boobs, please text me. Let me know what you think and why you love your breasts so much, because I want to hear it and I want to have that be my mantra. Really, right. It's like,
all about empowering.
Yeah. And I'm like, I still like love my milkies or my boobs because I breastfed my girl for 2 years, 23 months. And I think it was like 23 months and like 10 days or something like that. So I made it to like almost that 24-month mark. And wow. I love them for that. I felt very lucky of having an easy time nursing, breastfeeding. We instantly had a latch, like milk came down fine, because as coaching and my mom being a lactation consultant, like that does not come easy to many, many, many women, nor is it for some women. It might come easy and it's just not what they enjoy and what they like. Right. So like, before I get to bitching, this is why I'm doing this, because I want to give thanks for my body, for being able to do that. But I don't like the way mine look. Like you said, like mine now look like deflated balloon flat pancakes. Mm-hmm. They got stretch marks on them. I can't find a freaking bra that fits me. My boobs change sizes during my cycle. I mean, I could just keep going. I'll give you a little. You said yours were teeny tiny. Mine are just like flippity floppity. I've heard one lady say like she can toss them like over her shoulder.
Oh God.
I mean, like, but then I say like I hate bras. But then when I don't wear a bra and like I have this folds and like you can stick a freaking pencil underneath, like that bothers me too. So I want to wear a bra.
Well, are in a different situation for me because I wouldn't even really need to, but I like to.
So why do you wear one?
Then I get the shape, the nicer shape where I can act like there's something there.
Hey,
right?
yeah. It's just like, and like for me, like I have a little bit more emotional, this is me being vulnerable, and I don't know if anybody else is like this, but growing up, like I just wore sports bras and it was fine. And like then nursing, like having to buy different bras, and then I was a different size bra after I nursed, like, cause I was similar, like before I had a baby, I had baby a B, like I wore a B, I had sports bra. During pregnancy and nursing, I went into a double D. And then now I fluctuate before, like going from like a B to like a full C. And like having the conversation with my, at the time, husband, so my ex-husband, finances is already something that's like uncomfortable to talk about, and like takes time, and like we saw things, let me just say, differently. And like having this conversation of when he like essentially was like, why did you spend $80 on bras? And I was like, that was one bra. And he just was like, that's ridiculous. I was like, well, I don't disagree with you.
Right.
But it's also literally correct. Also F off. But like literally it was the only bra that was comfortable for me at the time.
I mean, okay, so this is one of my biggest pet peeves with things that isn't talked things that aren't talked about. Proper
Yeah.
English, Alex.
Eh,
After
está bien.
after having a baby, I mean, sure, people tell you get a nursing bra. How the hell do you get a nursing bra when you have no idea how big your chest is going to be? And okay, so the nursing tank tops, those are a lifesaver for sure. But how about when you're not used to this like no clothes fit? You can't wear your pregnancy clothes anymore because after a time those are too big, or you're like, okay, I wore those, you know, belly pants for how many months? Like, it's time to move on. I want to wear something else. But your clothes from before don't fit because your chest is so big. So you have to have this whole like fourth trimester wardrobe like thing
It was
that no
yeah.
one talks about. And it's unbelievable. It's so annoying. And
Alex, yeah, I agree with you. It's very annoying to the point where, like, are you ready? It was at my daughter's baptism. My milk came down, like my milk let down as it's the baptism. My boobs grew so much that it popped my dress. Like it
oh my gosh.
literally popped the zipper on the back of my dress. And my cousin had to bring me her cardigan.
Oh my God. Good. Thank goodness for nice cousins like that who can
Yeah.
watch out for you. I mean, and my experiences were very different from single child even to the twins,
Oh,
because when you have the twins, your body wants to produce double the amount of milk. I mean, I was pumping like 50 ounces a day, which, I mean, I know some
holy
people
crap.
are like over producers and that might not seem crazy, but I think for the average person, I mean, that's like, I mean, it's twice what you
Yeah.
would be producing for a single
Wow.
child. So my the second experience was definitely a lot different. And I mean, it did not, the latching, all that did not come naturally to me. With my
No.
son, I breastfed for 4 months. I was trying to work and take care of him and then pump because he wasn't gaining enough weight, to bottle feed and count ounces. And it was just all too stressful. But in the very beginning, I mean, I've said before and I'll say again, there are very few things that I will like get on my soapbox about. I don't like to give people advice on babies because I think everyone just has their own experience. And, at a lot of points, people just don't want to hear it. Like, they're going to do their own thing and they need to figure
Yeah,
it out.
totally.
But a lactation consultant was always, always, always something that I will encourage new moms to do, because
Mhm.
when you start breastfeeding, you've just had this baby and all of a sudden you don't feel like your body is yours anymore. You are giving your body to someone else. You're now feeding this new baby with your body, and like you don't own it anymore. Or at least that's the way I felt. And I was bleeding. My nipples were cracked.
Oh.
I was in so much pain, just tears every time
Mm.
I would feed. And this lactation consultant came over and it's like, you're allowed to heal your body. Like, you need
Mm.
to stop. You need to give yourself 48 hours and let yourself heal, because you can't just like keep opening this wound. I mean, literally
Mhm.
opening this wound over and over and over again. Like, you need to give yourself a break and give yourself a minute.
Mhm.
Like, it is your body and you need to heal. So that was not easy for me at all. And I
No.
mean, a lot of lessons learned. And so I think everyone's experience is different, but man,
I
they're
love
they're a
that.
complicated beast,
Well,
these
thank you
things.
for sharing that. Because, like, I mean, granted, my mom's a lactation consultant, and I completely agree. Of like, she was funny with me because she was like, "Well, shit, I guess everything's good with you. I can't help you." And I was like,
Damn.
"That's something to be proud of, you know."
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's true. Of like, again, coming back down to like the shame shower and just always asking
Yeah.
for support when you need it. Like for me, nursing came so easily, yet you know what? It still felt really lonely. Like it's like
Yeah.
talking about boobs and talking about like I come from a very conservative family, so like um just opening up or very wearing cleavage
Mhm.
shirts or like showing like that's just not something that I grew up like I worked around the shame because I never felt like shame of covering up my body. It was just more of
Mhm.
like that's just what we did, and so like I didn't
Right.
wasn't role modeled that. So then like I had this very like strong tie of me being like I am woman, hear me roar, of like I'm
Yeah.
feeding my baby, but then also like
Yeah.
but please don't look like
Right,
meh.
right.
And so I would nurse in a separate room, And like you can imagine 2 years, like I got over that quick. And like my big thing was like my father-in-law, my dad's a doctor, and so like he like he could have naked women, and he's European, so like naked women walking around, he'd be like, what? Like it doesn't even notice. But my ex-father-in-law, like I was sensitive to it just because like he's not my, he's my father-in-law. And like, and I remember going to a baseball game. And like, he's great. So it's like, if I would have asked him, he'd be like, I don't care, feed the baby. But like, it was me. Like, I still felt like, ugh. And I remember my kid she did not like the covers. And I was just got to a place where it was hot. Like she was born in May. We were going to a baseball game. And like, I literally was nursing behind a pillar because my other option was freaking in the porta potty and it smelled horribly.
Yeah, no.
And to the point where I was just like, I just sat on the bench and like, I was like, all right. And I literally just like had the boob out and the kid's head was in it. And like, I hate that it's still a conversation right now of like, that's inappropriate or that's, and I had to overcome the like, oh, I want to cover up. And it had nothing to do with like shame because again, I was like, I just want to be naked now because I just want to feed my kid.
Yeah.
And it's just, I hate the fact that it's still a conversation of like, you know what? Boobs are boobs. And like right now, like my kid's 5 and like, I'm like, oh, is it appropriate if she didn't have a top on at the beach? Like, is it inappropriate? Like, is it bad? Because like kids have nipples. Like when, like to me, it's like, maybe that's the European culture for me of like, boobs are boobs. They're milkies. They're to feed. Like, where and why do we sexualize these? Like, yes, it's an erotic zone, but guess what? It could be an erotic zone for men too. Like, there are many men that probably get, erotic or feel, I don't know, pinch. I'm like doing these. I'm really awkward. You should watch this on YouTube. I'm like pinching nipples over here, whatever.
You, like keep getting awkward. Kind of
I'm so awkward.
Nipples over here.
Yes. Well, and it makes me think of like the hey Greg, I got nipples. You can milk me like that. Like, it's just one of those things where I'm like, can you milk me? Like, I don't know. I have this really weird, just back and forth of like. Let the boobs free and like, but also don't shame me that like I don't like to like, I like to wear buttoned up and not big cleavage shirts or whatever. But also when I see it, I'm like, great boobs.
Like, you're not alone. You're not alone because I totally feel that way. But still, there's like this element of surprise if you're, at a restaurant or something, you turn around and someone's breastfeeding. I'm like, oh, okay. But then I'm like, what? Yeah, it's totally fine. And that's awesome. Like, great for her, great for them. But yeah, there is always like that element of surprise, I think, too.
Or even like just even not breastfeeding. Like, that's where it made me really start thinking about it of like, is it okay to like show the breast when I'm only breastfeeding? Or like I found myself like, yeah, like if people are wearing revealing chesty stuff, like I have that like, oh, hello, and then like I catch myself and I'm like, well, who cares? Like, and I've been to topless beaches and it's like, yeah, like men are topless all the time. Like boobs are boobs. Like there's some guys that have bigger boobs than me, and there's like
definitely than me.
So it like makes me really start. I mean, girl. hey. Yeah.
When I had them with the twins, I was like, okay, I'm like, I am gonna use these puppies. And I was going to a party and I had to borrow a dress from a friend. I wore the lowest cut dress ever while I was breastfeeding. I don't think I've ever shown off my boobs like that. But see, man, I felt good. I was like, because I knew they were going to be gone so soon. In like a few months, it was all going to be gone again.
I love hearing that from you because like, see, like I had double D's and all I wanted to do was like cover them up because like I felt just uncomfortable with them. And like, again, like maybe I have to dig deeper into like, is it my Christian upbringing, Catholicism of like, oh, maybe there is more shame there that I don't know or I think. but yeah, it comes back to this whole idea of like, what's the deal with boobs? Like, what's the deal with boobs? Like, I guess maybe I'm more of an ass girl. I don't know. Like, I'm like, boobs are boobs. Like, free the boob. Like, but at the same time, like, if somebody wants to cover up, like, let them cover up
People
and
are
don't
obsessed
come a
with it.
prude. You know, like, don't
Yeah.
come a prude. Don't come like. Let us just freaking boobs are hard enough. Let them us
Yeah,
do what we
right.
want to do
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
Okay, they're a
Yep.
they're a
Yep.
beast in themselves.
They
But
are. They are.
the one fact I will bring up, because of course I had to look it up because I've heard about it, and like again,
Okay.
I don't want to like say this in case you want to use it to not wear a bra, because by all means, don't freaking wear a bra if you don't like to wear a bra. But you know, the whole idea of underwire bras and cancer.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I want to bring this up just because I looked into it and there's still only one study as far as I could find that shows no link. It's not something that people are studying because they found one. There's no link really to wearing underwire bra and breast cancer. Now, to that caveat, like again, it goes down to being, if you have a predisposition, you do have lymph nodes there. So, like maybe an ill fitting bra is creating pressure, which is creating pain, which then can have this whole like inflammation response and metastasis and like stuff like that. But like in itself, like
Okay.
there is not a link. And so it's one of those things where it's like cancer is when cells replicate that are deformed essentially, and they're hard to get killed, and then they break through this epithelial wall and then go create those cells other places. Like that's cancer. And so we just got to say no, wearing a bra
Good.
is not going to
Good.
cause breast cancer. But if you don't want to wear a bra, then you don't have to wear a bra.
Mm-hmm.
I get made fun of all the time because I like to wear sports bras,
Yep.
because underwire bras are just uncomfortable for me.
Yeah. Have you ever
Yeah,
gotten fitted, or have you been fitted in the past couple years for one?
I sure have. And like that's where it's
Still
like
just doesn't work.
I mean I wasn't a swimmer, but again, I was a gymnast, so I feel like I have like a broad, I don't know, I just have a weird
Yeah.
body. I know I don't have a weird body.
No, you do not.
I have a body that works for me, but
Yeah.
like it doesn't fit the catalog, you know, like this is what we're going to do, the mass production. Literally my best friend and my sister bought me like 4 bras because, you know, I'm divorced and they're like, you're going to be dating. And
Mm-hmm.
I returned every single one and bought 2 sports bras.
Damn, Sandy. Maybe we can try again sometime.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I like my
They are
sports
nice
bras.
for
They're fine.
dating. That was a wonderful gift that my husband did give me, was like I just complaining about it all the time. I mean, your rib cage is bigger after a baby. Your boobs are
Yes.
smaller than before though. And it was, I mean, just whatever. It's a struggle. But
It is. It's
just
a
to like
struggle.
get your confidence back in it and like have a nice fitting bra can really change the way you present yourself. And
Okay.
it's nice when you're dating sometimes.
Like I'm in
Feel
a
like
place
you're
where like
feel like you're special.
there's no shame here of like, I know a few plastic surgeons. I don't know yet if I will, but like I definitely can see
Mhm.
myself if I'm done having kids and being like, I want these puppies a
Yeah.
little bit of a
Yeah.
lift, because if
Totally.
the skin on skin, granted, I will say I don't even like wearing, okay, you guys are gonna get to know me too well. Um when I sleep, I have to sleep with pants on. Like I can't sleep with shorts or like one of those night gowns because I don't like my legs touching each other.
Oh,
So like again,
so
like I
skin.
hate it's skin. Yeah, I don't like it. So like the bras, like I hate bras, yet I still wear them because when I don't wear a bra, I have like my boobs fold over and like I got the skin rubbing and then like, you know, I get sweaty. So one day maybe, I don't know. I
Yeah.
leave it open because
Well,
you
I
know what?
mean, I have plenty of friends in a similar situation, and yeah, I mean, there's pain associated with that. I mean,
Oh,
I have
well,
the
yeah,
opposite
breast
problem,
reduction. Yep.
like so much pain and discomfort and just annoyance, yeah, with that too. And I think anyone who wants to have, do whatever to make you feel better about yourself, increase your confidence, more power to you.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm going to say it again. Boobs are in a mother effer. And I feel like we're all in the same boat here
Mm-hmm.
of like, I'm not sure what the big deal is about them, why we over sexualize them just in women, why breastfeeding in public is still a thing. Like, just we're dealing with so much already. Let us do what we want with our boobs.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Scene.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Good. Well, that was fun.
I enjoyed that. That was very therapeutic.
Yeah, good. Me too. So what's our hashtag? See you boobs. See you boobs.
Boobs really tap into you. What do they mean to you? And why are you attached to them? Like, to me, I'm attached to mine because it fed my kid for 2 years, and I was like amazed that like it went so the way it went. So like, if you don't like them, chop them up. No, I'm kidding. Don't actually do that. But learn to love what you have.
Yeah.
Learn to know that if it's in your power to change if you don't like it, and it's not owned or, I mean, I'm going to say policed by anybody else. Like, if you want to breastfeed in public, breastfeed in public. If you want to wear cleavage shirts, wear cleavage shirts. If you want to cover up, then freaking cover up, because you got to do you.
I think I'm going to find a picture of my boob dress and share
do it. Yes, I like it.
It made me feel so good. It still makes me feel good thinking about it.
I love it. Thank you for showing up today. Getting awkward is always more fun with friends. Give us a review, tag us, and share us so we can continue to grow together.
Use hashtag CUPod, letter C, letter U, or tag us. You can find Sandy on Instagram at sweatandshineon and Alex at aj.afterbabyfit on Instagram and afterbabyfit on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you next time.